YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best third set 4 tier Pokemon Go battler in the world. And in this video, I'm going to come at you with my best battles on my grind to legend. So as of filming this, I'm at 3293. I've hit over 3300 3 times and I've fallen just below 3300, but within striking distance of the leaderboard, not there yet. Hoping to grind there before the end of the season. I'm just giving you my best battles. But before we go that, I'm going to talk quickly about season 11 because it was uploaded today or yesterday, and I made a video on it, so check that out. And it's basically what we expected. A lot of 1 week, all the cups that we've seen in the past. No real reason. Easy Pika Libres. Okay. So what am I going to do? I mentioned that I'm going to do testing out Pokemon that I either haven't tested before. I'm also going to do videos that you want. And someone suggested doing a video on, let me just go, what if the users, like you guys, build a team for me and I use it? Because a lot of the comments I always have is, does this team work? What about this team? So I think it would be fun if like you guys build my teams and I play with it and go over the strength and weaknesses there. So if you have any other comments about what you would like to see for season 11, let me know in the comments below. Let's get into this video. There's a bunch of plays here, everything from anticipating catches to catching myself to just a bunch of other things. So Meganium's in here is a bad lead because Meganium's pretty thick, and if you don't sneak in a charm, they're going to get to 2 frenzies before you take it out. So they throw 1. I got a shield. They now come in with their Quillfish. And I do this a lot, and this is one of the smart plays that I always do. Chip it as much as you can, and then catch what is just an Aqua Tail, because they're not going to throw because the Aqua Tail is all it takes to take out the Gramble. I always forget Gramble's name for some reason. So it's all that takes out to take Gramble. So I caught the Aqua Tail, which means that there still need 2 Sludge Waves to take out my Umbreon. So that's good. So absorb that Sludge, no problem. And it's still, I'm in an okay situation. The game's a bit low after this foul play here. They let it go. But the problem is they're going to get to a Frenzy. I know they just dumped their energy, so they don't have a ton of energy. They're going to throw here, which means that they're basically dry on energy. So this is not bad. I let this go, and I come in, and they come with a Lantern. And so I throw this just to try and lower the defense. But now I'm going to need to chip this as much as possible. Sudowoodo is not having a good matchup. It is a Spark, which is good. So now I got to let this go because I need 1 shield for the Hydro Pump for Sudowoodo. The good news is I can far outpace here to the Rock Slides before they get to the Hydros. So I'm going to grab 1 shield here. The Meganium is at like no energy. So I know their only win condition right now is to either I don't shield this, which I do. It's just a Thunderbolt. So that's smart bait on their part, is to try and catch this Rock Slide. So Rock Slide, I expected that catch, not throwing, just going straight counter down. Now have the Earthquake coming out for the win here. And that's recognition of who you're playing. Like my opponent knows, he knew the counts because he tried to catch right on Rock Slide. So I'm going to stop that. Okay, I want to talk about all these different matchups. So smart on my opponent because he tried to catch right on Rock Slide. And as your opponent is like, that's one of the easiest times to catch is when I need to throw that to take that out. And the Lantern was close to the Hydro Pump, which would have taken me out. So a lot of people in that situation get nervous and just throw it. And that's why it's an easy catch. And that's why I knew the anticipation that the catch was coming, able to counter down there for the win. So, the reason I also don't have teams on the side is because I used a bunch of different teams. Most of them are the Gramble team. This one, if I remember, is the all weak to Lantern team. Is it Skarmory? Let me see. Oh, no, this is Skarmory, Hitmontop, and Sudowoodo. So Skarmory into Sudowoodo, terrible lead. Hitmontop. Hitmontop's not a great safe swap. I don't mind Sudowoodo as a safe swap, so I'm coming in here Sudowoodo, knowing that I will be behind on energy, but that's okay. And they come in with Quillfish. So this is rough. The good news is I try and bait here when I'm at the Earthquake, thinking that they're going to shield, and they do because they don't want to get nuked. 1 Aqua Tail is not going to take me out, and I think that's a little bit of my opponent's problem, not knowing your. And again, I don't know all of them as well, but I've played Sudowoodo and Quillfish enough to know it takes 2 Aqua Tails almost even. So the fact they left me with like 60% health left allowed me to get a lot of energy, and they still need a second Aqua Tail, right? So right now I know that I'm okay here. They're going to go back to back here. So I either let this go, knowing that they're dry, or shield and get a Rock Slide off. I'm just going to let this go because now Skarmory has a pretty good matchup. They can throw a bunch of... I'm running Flash Cannon 2 for the Pseudo Widow because I know Skarmory can one-shot with a Flash Cannon. I know that they're going to just throw a bunch of Aqua Tails, and I don't want to take another one because those are going to start to add up. And I know I have my Helm on top that can try and deal with the Pseudo Widow. So I expect the Pseudo Widow to come back in. I have 2 shields. So hit them with a couple counters, and they're not getting out. So got to shield this no matter what is coming in next because I can't take any more damage here. Just a Rock Slide bait and Meganium. So ideally, I would like to try and take this out. But if I don't take this out, I'm going to have to think about, and they shield. So now my win condition is Skarmory. And I'm just thinking, okay, I can take a couple Frenzies. I can take like 2 or 3. I know the Pseudo Widow is going to come back in to try and get me down. But I need to have energy coming out of this because now they can eventually just counter down. So I need to basically build up to 2 moves here. This is low enough. I expect the Pseudo Widow to come back in and try and snipe me. So I got the Flash Cannon ready for it to come. There it is. Come back in. Flash Cannon, take this out. And then we'll be able to, whatever the fast move is, down here. So again, that just, and I didn't have a ton of HP left, right? But that's just kind of knowing like, okay, you have your win condition there, so you got to let that go, even though I was basically almost out of close combat. But this is my win condition, knowing that they're going to try and snipe there with the counters. So just being aware of like all those little things. Tangent, who is an Ottawa-based player and one of the best Sylph players in the world. So get out of there into Umbreon, immediately met with Heracross. And this is the first time. So on this run, I was getting up to 3,300 and then poisons were showing up everywhere. Poison, poison, poison. And fighters. Poison fighter combo, which was just destroying my team here. I have poison lead fighter thing. So I switched to the psychic. So gonna hit them with the psychic here, which will catch them off guard for sure. So there we go. This could be a Mega Horn or a close combat. So either way, I'm shielding because I know that I just took this low enough that I want to take this down to the 1 shield here. Or I want to win switch. So going to hit them with the foul play, knowing that they are going to either have to shield or give me switch back. And if I get switch, I got my on their back Pokemon there. So I'm maybe going to fight for switch here. Yeah. So, and this is why, like I have Pseudo Widow, which is amazing matchup on the Skarmory. So there's no point of losing that switch. So people always ask me, when do you fight for switch? This is when I fight for switch, knowing that my Charmer is useless against it, Fairy. My Fairy is useless against it, and I have really strong alignment there. So that's when you fight for switch. So I'll put this in the video that I'm going to do later. A fighter came in, so I'm going to hit it with another Psychic, and they shield because they know I have Psychic already. But now I have alignment here on the Charmer, and now I have this here. The only problem is if they have Flash Cannon, because a Flash Cannon will one-shot. So I'm going to throw this almost right away, because if they do have Flash Cannon, then I can just Charm down. And now my win condition is do not throw any moves. Because the worst case scenario is they come back in and farm all the way down. I'm fine. If they hit me with a Brave Bird, they hit me with whatever and take me out, that's fine. Because my only win condition here is farming all the way down, having an Earthquake coming out to do good chip damage, and not have a lot of health left. Because had I like thrown the move earlier, one, my switch clock would have been up, so I can now snipe. So good. So I'm burning out the switch clock. I'm making sure that I don't have a lot of HP, because what they could have done is just counter down and come out with a Stone Edge to one-shot my Shadow Gramble. So that's just being aware of your situation. So tough lead, tough alignment there. Umbreon into Raikou. So this is a decent lead. I know I'm going to have to take a Wild Charge. I am just going to chip this enough, and I probably will take the Wild Charge, quite honestly, because with this team, I switched the lead, right? You're going to see that, and maybe on the later teams, is because of I was having such bad leads. I was like, oh, I'm going to shield up. Okay. Knowing that it's going to be a Wild Charge. So good switch here. And maybe it's because I had, with this team, you kind of want to grab shields and save shields. But if you know a wild charge is coming, I made fun of the person the other day for not shielding up a wild charge. So maybe that was fresh in my mind when I played this game. Good alignment here. Again, I'm just going to full counter, or I'm going to throw here. So why am I throwing here? Let's see how this can play out. Because I don't want to take any more moves, and I know. So Hitmontop comes in. I have alignment on the Charmer. And they are dry on the Raikou. So I'm going to shield this up and just go for the full catch. Yeah, okay, there we go. I was supposed to say they're not dry on the Raikou. So there we go. I played this one. I played so many matchups. So good thing Dan at the time knew that that my win condition was Gramble because I can charm this down and charm this down. But they did have energy at the time because they built up to back and I shielded one. So knowing that they had that, I can now come in here, absorb that, catch that move, absorb this, win condition, still intact with Gramble. They wild charge, they undercharge it. I am not going to throw a move. I'm now going to throw. They know I have. Do they know I have psychic? Or are they low enough that it doesn't matter? They're low enough that it does not matter. They're full play. Yep, and this is why. I'm going to go double bait here because they're basically low enough that a foul play will basically take them out. So double there. I think foul play will probably still take them out from this range. Maybe not though. So basically double bait there for the win. So there's catching the move, double baiting there with the foul plays, hitting them with the psychic for the win. Qwilfish into Jumpluff. So this is a decent lead. The problem is like these energy balls do a lot and they're going to get to the energy balls way faster than you get to your move. So I take one and I think I just baited here. And did they switch? Did they catch on something? What just happened there? No, they shield. So there we go. So I got one shield and they catch on the Steelix. So great play on my opponent's part. That's so much energy just dumped there. So I come in with Sudowoodo because I have Charmer in the back, Fairy in the back. I think that's only a crunch, but I'm going to shield anyways because I need to get this low enough and take it out. I just go for the Earthquake. Again, grab that last shield or take this out. Did I grab a shield? No. Yeah, I did grab a shield. So I'm taking it out. Jumpluff comes in, Rock Slide. And so this will do good chip damage but they do shield it. So that's probably the worst case scenario. I'm switch locked. I've got to let this go. So my win condition now is I dumped all my energy, so I don't have enough energy on the Qwilfish. So what I'm going to have to do is charm all the way down. The problem is this thing is spammy AF. So what's going to happen is they're going to get to the move before I do this. So I need to catch on the last one. And just like I said before, when your Pokemon is almost done and you're nervous like that, you are willing to just throw there. So Magcargo comes in. Luckily, I have the close combat because I caught. And then I'm just throwing it now because I know they just dumped all their energy with the acrobatics and now charm down for the win. So we both caught there. Good game to my opponent. Gramble against Jumpluff. Again. So Jumpluff on the lead, or Gramble on the lead this time. So I'm switching up teams. I'm switching up orders. I'm switching up everything. Charm snuck through there, which is nice. I don't really want to take any move here. So they get out of here and come into their Azu, and I have no answer for Azu. So they let that go. My best answer for Azu is this. And so what I'm going to do is try and catch the Ice Beam, and I do catch it. And that is, again, knowing that an Ice Beam, I only have one shield left, so I'm not going to use it on Gramble. Knowing my opponent, I know that my opponent knows that an Ice Beam is going to take me out, and they try and get it out there. Again, just anticipating that your opponent, this is where you kind of need to read your opponent. Are they a nervous player, or are they like thinking ahead? Because right now they're just thinking, take this out, they've only got one shield left. But I was thinking, yeah, I know I've only have one shield left, so I'm going to catch this move on my Umbreon. So I caught on my Umbreon. So absorb that Ice Beam, which is really nice because now it's still going to take 2 play roughs to take me out. This is when I was still running Last Resort. That's fine. Get this Last Resort off. It's not going to take it out. which is too bad, but it will put it low enough that one foul play will take this out. I can take a play rough. I'm definitely going to take the play rough. I'm not going to shield here. And I can get to the foul play before they take me out the play rough. So they may shield and try and take me out with the play rough. We'll see what they decide to do. Nope, they just let it go. They're going to go 2 shield back here. Jump off. Can get to a move and take me out, which is fine. I think... Okay, so I know they're dry now. I got to imagine I'm going to come back and charm, and it is a lantern. And a 2 shielded lantern is tough because, again, same sort of condition, right? I'm going to get 1 here, but I know, I need to catch here, and I do catch. So I double catch on this person, knowing that I can absorb a thunderbolt. I can only take 2, but at least if I shielded that one, they can just come at me with the hydro here. Whereas I catch that, know that I'm going to be ahead on energy here. I still am going to have some problems here because I still think they can get to a move before I can. But they let that go, thinking that the win condition is jump bluff. So hit this with this, and then I'm going to have to come and try and snipe immediately, or else they're going to just get me down. Try to come in and snipe. They have the move. I'm not going to get to the rock slide. So I remember losing this one. I correctly caught the Ice Beam on the Umbreon. I correctly caught MVCMP. Like I just had it to, which is so close. I correctly caught a move here. So 2 catches and I still go down. So like sometimes no matter how well you play, you're not going to win. So I think that's the last match. Pseudo would a lead, which is okay. Let's see if I sneak one through. I do not, which means they may get to the second rock slide here. So am I going to try and catch, or am I just stupid? Okay, so I do take it down, so that's okay. Sometimes they get to the second move. So Ariados. So my backline does not want to see Ariados. So I'm going to grab 1 shield here, but this is not a bad play because lunges hurt. It still takes 3, and the rock slide, even though you're going to lower my attack, is going to do an okay amount here. So that's why I came in here. And now they have an Umbreon. So, okay, that's okay. I'm going to throw a rock slide here. How am I going to play this? I can either play one of 2 ways. Am I going to be taken out here? I'm just going to go for the earth, or I'm just going to go for rock slide, burn as much damage as I can here. I can either charm, come in and charm. What I'm worried about is them having multiple moves because I don't want to shield. It's a dark pulse. Interesting. Can I take this out? No, I can't. So I'm going to bank that, knowing that this Pokemon's low enough. So it's last resort Dark Pulse. So nothing's really going to hurt me here. Get a little bit ahead on energy. And that's knowing like, okay, I can come with Charm and just charm that quickly. But I don't want to shield up the move there. And I know that I'm going to have to come in Umbreon anyways against the Ariados. So might as well just absorb what's going to be little damage from that on my Umbreon. Get a little bit ahead on energy because maybe all I need is 2. Well, now I'm going to need 3 because they lowered my attack. I am at a shield advantage. Hopefully I can get 1 more off. I can, which is huge because now my win condition is Gramble. They let that go. I come in, try and snipe. Again, snipe here. Force them to throw. Get to the move. Take this out. Counter down or charm down for the win. So a lot of jumping around. Just knowing your win conditions. Going to be able to counter down. So 3 full Pokemon left. Not full, but yeah. That's it. Those are battles these are all in the 3200-ish, 3300 range. So quality opponents, good battles, lots of catching, lots of maneuvering. So yeah, that is it. Hope you enjoyed those battles. Like I said, Go Battle League switchover is at 4 p.m. today. So I'm going to try and still grind to leaderboard. But I also want to save some battles for tonight so I can do maybe Great League for my video tomorrow because I don't really know I don't know what to start off with. I have no idea. If you have any suggestions what you want me to start season 11 Great League with tomorrow, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. And I will remember to put on your star piece and I will see you guys in the next one.